With so many options, why choose Arizona State University?
For me, the only online option was ASU because of the quality. Their faculty was really involved with their students and care about your personal journey. The dedication to my personal development from my professors, that's been extremely valuable to me.
Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Explore more than 300 undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs at asuonline.asu.edu.
I thought you meant maybe as a move.
No, not their current place. Their current place is in a shithole of an area. At least I have some sort of traffic that flies by.
Right. All right.
Anyway,
excellent.
It's all good. Ish.
Oh, good.
What we do in 3.5 weeks, and
You got a what?
I got a grandbaby in 3.5 weeks.
You better get going on that renovation.
You think he's starting today? He said it'll take a week.
Your mom says expectations need to be clearly defined.
Please assume they were. Please assume I have clearly defined every expectation that I think I've ever had. Because I'm the person that if I have to say it twice, I get angry. Even though I
think
have to place things.
You're just angry.
I'm not an angry elf.
So,
we got a big week coming up. A lot of invoices, a lot of graduation parties.
We got nothing.
Zilcho, nada.
My staff is so happy. We have 0 catering this weekend. Not a one. First time in 6 weeks, I think, that we have not had Saturday and Sunday booked with catering.
So
the only catering we have is Etna.
Which is not, I mean, it's a catering, but not necessarily catering.
Yeah. So
this month we're up 20%.
Good.
To beat the month, we have to be. Oh, I don't even know.
Yeah, I only need another 6,000 to beat last year, June. Feeling pretty confident about that. I think we only need an average of like $100 on the other 5 days we're open.
To do June, we need. Oh, I've already beat June. June last year, so that's good.
Excellent.
We still have another month left.
Yep.
Yeah, we have. So we got a food truck event tomorrow for lunch. I have a catering at Hillsdale College on Friday, and then a food truck catering on the 28th or on Saturday, and then 2 pickups on Saturday. Sunday's just shop day. Monday got a big car show at Melling Tool. Yeah, like we're getting into July, and July is big.
Good.
I'm gonna hate my life in July.
You're gonna love your life in July, you mean?
Well, if I can find people.
June. Let's see here. I was just looking at our first week of July, because July is typically our slowest month of the year.
It is. That's what you've told me.
For the summer months, at least. I was looking to see how we did that first week last year. We did 11,000. That was June 30th through July 6th. This year, it'll be June 29th through July 5th. But I think we'll beat. I think we can beat it. Maybe. I don't know. We had some pretty big days there. I gotta look to see where we were on some of these days. Because I don't remember us being open on the 5th of... Oh, that was Friday, though. Because it was on a weird day last year, right?
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember what I did to
me. Look. July last year. So, yeah, the 4th was on... So, yeah, the 5th... we had a food truck Friday on the 5th. So So we had a pretty decent night there on the 5th. Okay. 4th was on a Thursday. Okay. Yeah, there was a good week considering
I thought
what
you
we
said
had.
last year it was a good July. I thought it was the years prior.
It was, yeah, I mean, compared, it was a good July. We beat previous July. It was our best July ever. But it was still our slowest month of the summer.
Okay.
Let me look. Yeah, last July we did 42.7 in total sales for the month of July. Versus, we were at 60 in June and 48 in August. So July and August are those 2 months, and then we were back to 60 in September. So, yeah, just those things, and hopefully we have a good enough first week planned for July that we can at least get close to
right
that 11. I think we can. I think we have a pretty solid week planned. As long as some of these nights actually hit and we have good weather that week. But if the weather stays like it is right now, where we're, upper 80s, low 90s with all the humidity, like there's a chance of thunderstorms every day this week for us.
Yeah, we're going to get that. It's been a heat wave, and we're going to get that. Like,
it's just summer. That's summer forecast in Michigan, especially on the west side where you have the lake and all the moisture coming off the lake, and it's just what it is. We're gonna have a chance of rain every day for the next 2.5 months.
Yeah.
So I try not to pay too close attention to the forecast because it's like there's little raindrops and it's like 10 to 15%, 10 to 20%. Like, yeah, I mean, we're not gonna get any huge soaker storms, all day rains. Those are the ones I have to look out for, where it's like 80% chance of rain that I'm concerned about. But looks like our best chance for rain this week is Thursday, which is a catering day. So that works out. I like it when it works out that way. But yeah. Yeah, busy. I'm not on the truck at all this week, which is nice. I might finally be able to get myself caught back up and back into doing my admin things that I want to do.
If I can just find somebody to tow the damn thing, I wouldn't be on the truck either.
Yeah.
I need to find somebody to tow it.
But you're still working like you're actively working in the shop, like you're making food and stuff in the shop too, though.
Yeah, but
my food service duties are pretty minimal this week.
Hey, is Chris serve safe?
Yep. Has to be. You have to have somebody that's, I think, set 80%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, 80% of the time, someone needs to be Surf Safe certified on the trailer. So, yep, I paid for it. I will probably get Caleb certified as well at some point. Just working towards, that brick and mortar, and we're going to have multiple people ready to go. Yeah. Yeah. Might be looking at another building here coming up soon.
Is that
building that?
That one not going? Is that one not going?
No, it's available, but there was an old Arby's that I thought came off the market. But we could probably get into that for less overall renovation money than this place. So,
do you believe in the I don't know if it's the entrepreneurial saying, like it's okay to grow in debt?
We don't carry any. We try not to carry any debt. Obviously, for this project, we are going to have to.
Yeah.
I think, like, I wouldn't spend for where we are right now. I think you have to very carefully grow. So this isn't we're buying a lot and building a building. I think that is asinine to do. I think people have, at least as far as like restaurants and go and stuff, I think people really overestimate what they're going to do sales wise, which then makes them think that they can afford more debt than that they can. So for us, I mean, we're talking less than 100,000 is what we're going to need probably to get to where we want to be with anything. I think it's like 65 is what we were thinking for that other place. And that wasn't to get it to perfect. That was to get it to open. And that was, I mean, new floors and new light fixtures that needed to be done. All the equipment, a walk-in cooler. Like there was major purchases and some major renovation that needed to be done in there. But when you look at your loan terms and it's like, okay, it's going to cost us this much per week for this loan. And then you look at what you have right now. So you already look at your cash flow. Like we know that we can support this and everything else is still okay. Like we have that extra money that we can use towards this. I think people don't go that far. I also think it's a lot harder to get loans because of that, you know.
I saw a graphic today. It's like
traditional loans.
Banks will give 18-year-olds loans for college, but won't give like, what was it? Somebody a loan to like start a business or something like that.
Yeah.
Business or whatever.
Yeah, it's crazy that there is such a high ROI attached to a college degree, regardless of what your degree is. Like they don't ask what you're going to school for. It's just, okay, you're going to college, you know? Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I mean, for somebody like us, where we've had double-digit growth year over year, and no one will even look at us.
Yeah,
you know, it's an instant no. So, yeah, it's kind of crazy when you think about it like that. That's why there's so many predatory places out there, and I mean, the places that will loan you money, you're paying back almost double by the time it's said and done, you know, and they're short term. Like, yep, we'll give you $65,000. It has to be paid back in 2 years, and you're going to end up paying back $90,000.
Yeah.
So, which I mean, and that's kind of how it was with our trailer. That's how we got our trailer. That's the only thing that was available for us, you know, and we made it work. A lot of people can't make that work, you know. They don't realize how hard you have to work to be able to make enough, to sell enough food to be able to make that math work. And
yeah, it's crazy.
That's where you separate entrepreneurs versus people that think it'd just be fun to do it, you know.
Right.
At all costs, we're going to make what we need to make. I'm going to make sure whatever needs to happen is going to happen for us to make those bills work.
Yep.
So,
exactly. That's all you can do.
So for me, it's not. I don't believe in going into mass amounts of debt to keep your business moving forward. You know.
Yeah.
I think it's got to be so smart. And really, ideally, I wouldn't go into any debt for it.
No.
If we had the cash on hand, I would use that 100%. But, yeah, I mean, everything gets reinvested into our business pretty much. So, we don't keep a lot of cash on hand, you know. And right now, the cash we save is for winter months, you know.
Yeah.
Payroll keeps going through for Chris and myself through the winter, and paying all the other. Verizon gets paid through the winter and all the other stuff. So, yeah, once we get a place open that we're running 12 months out of the year, our cash flow position changes dramatically.
I bet.
Assuming we get people through the door. So, yeah, I'm hoping to get into this Arby's and take a look at it sometime in the next week or two. I thought it came off the market because the sign was down at about the same time we were looking at the other place.
Yeah.
But I drove by today and there was a different realtor sign up. So I don't know if they just switched realtors.
Oh, probably.
This is a space that there's a lot of community rumors swirling about the lot, that the lot is sinking. And that's why Arby's moved down the road to a new building. All that has to be disclosed though. So We'll find
So
out the facts on.
we have something like that across the street. There's there's an old dry cleaner that literally has not been in a dry cleaner in like 2 years. Even though it's hilarious that I see at least one person a week stop there and try to get their dry cleaning. But I noticed there was a guy or a couple of guys out in our parking lot drilling to take core samples. And I guess the old dry cleaner used to dump all the dry cleaner chemicals out the back door. So that they're trying to figure out how far it might have leached into the ground and how far it's gone.
God.
And there's a daycare like, I don't know, half a block down the road. So
Well, it'll leak into those lead pipes you guys have over there
we don't have any
for the water.
We probably have full of lead pipes.
It's probably wooden. The system's so old over there.
Yeah, it's probably wooden. Yeah, probably is. How's summer vacation?
Summer vacation? Those words are foreign to me. Are you talking about for the kids?
Yeah, for the kiddos.
Oh, they're having the time of their life. I got my Costco reward check last week.
Oh,
you don't get those? You don't go to Costco.
I don't go to Costco very often.
Yeah, $780 something.
Woo!
Yeah, I bought myself a Gorilla wagon.
Oh, those are nice.
Yeah, those are. Yeah, those. It's got a little handle. It dumps super easy. So I got that, and I got a pool.
Ooh.
A big one, 20 by 12, above ground.
Ooh. Did you put it up yet?
As I've explained to everybody in the house, this takes some prep. There's some leveling that needs to be done. Is
that what Josh was doing this week?
No, I was working all week last week. I worked a lot last week.
This week?
Yes.
This week.
My goal is the weekend to have it done by the weekend. So, well, yeah. I mean, I picked that up I think on Tuesday or Wednesday, and everybody looking at the forecast of the 90s. They're like, "So is it going to be ready this weekend?" I was like,
no, I'm not touching it. It's going to sit in my garage in a box until I'm ready to move.
I made so much macaroni and cheese last week. And consequently, I threw away a whole lot of mac and cheese on Saturday. But yeah, we had 22 pans ready to go for Saturday, 22 half pans of mac and cheese ready to go on Saturday. I threw away 12. So,
so first couple hours into an event like you're expecting a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever adjusted your portion sizes so you're not throwing stuff away?
We definitely went heavier towards the end of the night.
Okay.
Like we're hooking some people up.
Oh, you want a loaded mac? Here's a half pan.
Yeah. And then, I mean, so anytime we do that, we're like, just so you guys know, if you come back out to the truck, it's not going to be this big. But yeah, I mean, yeah.
Would you ever,
we're not,
is there maybe a reason or something that you didn't want to? Because you're downtown at Calder Plaza, which is, I mean, a well-known area.
Yep.
Somewhat easy to get to.
Yeah.
Would you just post that, hey, we made a lot of food for today, deal time, and try to sell it? Like do it a couple hours before you're supposed to close? And just
We've done that before. But with the whole generator issue, man, it was just such chaos that at that point we were just trying to get the hell out of there. Things cleaned up, get stuff cleaned up to a point where we can leave.
Yeah.
I mean, in those last 2 hours, it actually picked up a little bit. I mean, nothing like crazy. I think we did a couple like 360s the last 2 hours.
Yeah, it's all the kids.
When the
sun
sun started to go down, it started to cool off a little bit.
Yeah.
But man, I tell you what a great environment, what a great festival, what great people, fantastic people watching. We will go back next year. 100%. We'll be there for both days next year. I'm going to say that this was a fluke year for them as far as
how many
attendance
trucks?
And with the weather.
How many trucks?
14. So not a ton for the amount of people that I mean, this is an event where they're expecting 20,000 people.
Yeah.
So they had 200 vendors. on the streets. They had 2 blocks of roads closed. So, yeah, I think it's the biggest one in Michigan. I think it's bigger than Detroit's. So, yeah, it's one of those things that it just is what it is. And hopefully our bad luck on events from a couple years ago isn't rearing its head again, that whatever event we go to is a ghost town. But
we have our town Pride Fest in August.
We want it to stand on its own. We don't want to get lost in the shuffle of all the other ones. So
I just tell people I'm prideful every day.
That's right. But yeah, people watching was fantastic. A lot of great shirts. A lot of cool people. Had a long conversation about whether or not we had any large pickles. And the dude was just looking for a kosher pickle, like a full size pickle. But yeah, it was. There was a guy wearing had a banana.
You really realize what you just did? Yeah, he was just looking for a full size pickle.
Well, yeah, I said a full size pickle.
There
was no ringing.
Totally went like this. You went up and down.
Whatever you do in your own time, Skippy, is up to you.
So speaking of full size pickles, we've been buying the big 5-gallon bucket from GFS, sliced pickles, and they didn't have any. All they had was the spears and the holes, the whole pickles.
Not the hose, the holes.
The hose. So I had bought a mandolin to slice like onions and peppers and whatever, and I didn't realize that it has like a crinkle cut slicer attachment. Mm-hmm. So we bought the whole pickles, and here we go, just going down.
Freshly sliced. We don't freshly slice our brisket, but we will our pickles.
We will freshly slice our pickles.
Speaking of freshly sliced.
I canceled downstairs.
Oh, how come?
Hey, Matt.
Oh. Okay. Not Matt. That was Angie.
Oh, hi, Angie. Glad to see you.
I think we might add to our catering services a carving station next year.
Because you're not busy enough.
There's always opportunity to make more money and to provide extra service. So,
but you're not one. I mean, are you actually going to charge for something like that?
Yeah, to have someone on site carving brisket to order. Yes, 100,000,000%.
And do you think that would be a popular option?
Only one way to find out. What we put it on the list and no one gets it. What are we out? A heat lamp and a cutting board. We're already on site for weddings. For most weddings, we're already on site for the entirety of dinner service.
Okay, so when you on your catering menu, you have brisket. Is it only one option? Is it chopped, or do you do sliced too?
No, it's chopped brisket on there. If someone asks if they can get sliced, we will do it sliced for them. But typically, yeah. I think we've had 2 people ask if they can get sliced brisket instead of chopped.
So if you do a carving station, then you're going to offer sliced brisket?
It'll just be sliced brisket. Yeah, it'll just be sliced brisket. Yeah.
But you'll obviously charge.
Because you're paying for an extra staff person.
Sure.
Because we still have to have other people fill in. Like, it's a whole another person that needs to be on site because they're still filling the other chafing dishes. So, yeah, cool. Maybe even do hand-pulled pork while we're on site, too. Pulled pork to order.
Let's not go too far, bud.
Hey, man, it's all about the show. People are all about unique wedding experiences.
That
is something. True. So that's something that Yeah. What about a mac and cheese fountain? So do like extra big noodles that they can put underneath the cheese fountain.
Okay. Hold on. Right. Just because you said that, there's a couple on TikTok that have been making food creations, right? Mm-hmm. They made the mashed potato volcano.
Okay.
With a fountain of gravy thing, with little dino nuggets at the bottom.
Did they have the Jurassic Park theme in the?
Another one they made. They went to they bought us like a sand castle thing and stuffed it with Kraft mac and cheese. Made a mac and cheese castle. Anyway,
See,
yeah, make a mac and cheese castle.
all these things. So
I don't think ours would stay together in a castle mode.
no, probably not. No, probably not. But yeah, I mean,
are you getting tired of your noodles?
no. Why would I get tired of my noodles?
Oh, I'm getting kind of tired of my noodles.
It's not about you, Skippy.
I know.
Are your customers saying, you know what would be great if we could have a different noodle every day?
Different noodle. Yeah, I know.
Can we have a rigatoni Wednesday? Fettuccine Fridays?
How's your Angry Mac doing?
Good.
Yeah.
We had it. We sold it. We had a ton of them yesterday at the open house.
Really?
A ton of them. Yeah.
So
yeah, we definitely have
open house with a full menu.
Yeah. We do it occasionally. We don't.
2,400 minimum.
22 for that one. But I'm going next year. I'm definitely going by head count.
Yeah.
So we're gonna figure out a price that's per person for it. Just because our minimums are fine. I mean, whatever. But like 3 weeks out, they said, yeah, I think we're gonna probably be expecting like 250 people. I'm like, okay, but now I have to prep food for 250 people.
Oh shit!
And does the minimum now all of a sudden doesn't cover what the possibility of food is, you know?
Yeah.
So that's closer to a $4,000 type of thing versus a $2,200 thing. If you're at 15, our average person's $15 a ticket, give or take.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that's
a sandwich and a drink, so it's like, okay. So now I got to prep extra food and hope that you guys are going to go over versus making sure we're covered. So, and that doesn't happen a lot. But a lot of people, it's a common follow-up question when we give the minimums. Okay, so how many people does $1,200 feed?
Yeah.
So we average about $15 a person. So, I think we're just to make it less confusing.
So I changed our wing prices to do their for that type of question because we were selling like $15 a pound, and I'm like, everybody's like, well, how many is in a pound? I said anywhere from like 8 to 10. So now we're doing like $10 for half dozen and 18 a dozen. People know exactly.
So that when we originally started doing wings, we did it by the pound, and then we switched to half dozen and dozen. And then this year we switched back to by the pound because the price was fluctuating so much.
Yeah.
And the size of the wings was fluctuating so much.
It's pretty sad that you can get a full case of wings for $65, but a case of boneless, skinless thighs is like 120.
No, I want to. So Firewise.
Yeah, I saw his post.
I really wanted to comment. I really, really wanted to comment on his post. I was good with everything until he got to the cases of chicken. So it used to cost $50, now costs $120. Like, what chicken are you buying that you're paying $100? Like, I don't think he's doing boneless, skinless thighs. But a case of quarters is $28.
Yeah, a case of quarters, case of wings.
Yeah, it's like I haven't seen a case of chicken unless breasts maybe.
No, I mean breasts.
What is he cooking? Yeah, what is he cooking that he's spending $120 a case? But yeah, I think people throw in one of those weird oddball numbers just to help justify it.
So for anybody on the YouTube channel, this is what we're talking about. So back in 2019, we paid $1.70 a pound of brisket, 90 cents a pound for shoulder, case of chicken, 35, case of pork, 7. So where's he getting it for $5.60 a pound for brisket?
He's not cooking off the shelf from GFS or Costco. I think they're doing higher end brisket, if I remember right.
I was looking at U.S. Foods to get a delivery during the middle of the week, so I didn't have to go shopping.
Mm-hmm.
Their brisket price was $6.19 a pound for normal commodity. I can tell you, I went to a restaurant today and paid $5.07.
Costco. Okay, so I was at Costco yesterday. In the case, it was $4.99. And I asked him. I said, "Gosh, what's going on with these brisket prices?" He's like, "Look at this," and he showed me all of their beef items were going up by 10% this week. But here's the kicker: if you look at beef futures, it's been going down every month. The cost of beef.
All right.
So the cost of beef has been going down every month, but the price of products is going up. He said we're still high at $40 higher right now than this time last year, though, for the cost of full cattle.
All right. So
where was he getting a whole case of forks for $7? Is what I want to know.
Oh shit!
At any point in time in the last 50 years,
where's he finding a case of forks for $24?
Because that's 16 boxes of forks. In the cases we get, there's 16 boxes. So you're telling me you were getting a box of forks for 60 cents?
I don't know.
So I think I always read these because I'm interested to see what kind of numbers people post. I think some people pull some S out of their B's.
Let's see if he has a menu.
Oh, they got a menu posted.
All right.
But they do high quality briskets. So it's not, we're going to get whatever we can find that's reasonably priced. Well, I know for a fact that they're doing prime
chicken.
They're doing prime briskets for sure.
Yeah, but I'm doing prime briskets and they're still $4.78 a pound.
But you're getting yours from Sam's, not from higher end. Yeah. Not higher end providers. As we've established, not all prime briskets are equal. And I have not seen pork hit 220 yet. Well, he's saying shoulders, so I wonder if he's doing picnics.
Well, no,
he's doing actual shoulders. He's doing butts.
He's doing butts. I've talked to him. I mean, I've talked to him about it when I was first opening.
Yeah. So I don't know where he's getting 220. I mean, we're 170, I think, right now.
So Restaurant Depot, I just paid $1.90.
Yeah.
Sam's has always been anywhere from $1.98 to $2.28. But yeah, Gordon's is like $1.79 last week.
Yeah. So
I don't know. Just looking at the menu. I mean, it's a nice looking menu.
But yeah, I mean, are you going to share it with the rest of us, or are we just going to get stuck on this Facebook page?
Oh, I didn't. Sorry, I share this tab. I didn't know it opened a new tab. Please. There we go. Sorry.
There we go. No problem.
So this is what I can't see it. So can you see where it says 6 meats under the meat platters? Does it say feeds 2 next to it?
Feeds 2, yeah. Okay, so that's 2 ounce portions.
Sides. There's no sides.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 ounce portions of any of the meats. Includes cornbread.
Oh, includes cornbread. Okay.
Yep.
So a 3 ounce portion. So
that's a 3, not a 2.
I don't know. I can't see.
Yeah, it's very blurry for me. But so yeah, I mean, even at 3 ounces, you're at 18 ounces, so just over a pound. So feeding 2, yeah, you're each getting a half a poundish. Yeah,
okay.
That is 3. Okay.
Platters, include 3 ounce portions of any smoked meat of your choice. What's 3 ounces of ribs?
Probably a bone.
Probably a bone, yeah.
Yeah. So he's doing pulled chicken. So maybe he is doing boneless, skinless. Because it's easier to pull it. And you can just chop it.
Yeah, maybe. Oh. All right. I'll stop sharing.
But yeah, don't buy boneless,
it.
skinless chicken thighs.
I like his menu. We were doing drumsticks for a little while, and just pulling the bone out or pulling the meat off it.
Yeah. I mean, sure, it's a little bit extra labor, but
we just keep them in
it's
the
not.
pan.
It's not $60 a labor.
No, we just keep them in the pan. We don't put them in our steam table. We'll keep them in the pan, and you just got to watch out for that little tendon bone or whatever, a little small guy. That's all. Yeah. What else you got going on?
Nothing. I got nothing.
All right.
That's it. We're right there where we said we had to cut it. So
yeah, I gotta start the smoker and put some meat on.
Excellent. Have a wonderful week, Skippy. We'll talk to you all next week. I will make sure to get this up, hopefully in a timely manner this week. I will try. I have much more time to make sure things are working properly. So everybody have a good day. Have a good week. And we'll talk to you on the other side. Goodbye.
Bye.